We pulled open the trailer door, it was empty, cold and bare. Just three things left upon the floor from a life he couldn't share. His Kaplan castnet snowshoes bright with pom-poms faded red, and 6 duck decoys in the light. He turned to me and said, I don't wanna leave. He said, oh, I don't wanna leave. His voice was stumbling in his head with a sorrow you couldn't believe. We loaded up his speedboat then on a trailer shiny new. It looked so lost on land again, away from the ocean blue. 1975, he whispered through the tears, I bought her then to feel alive through all these passing years. I don't wanna leave, he said, oh, I don't wanna leave. His voice was stumbling in his head with a sorrow you couldn't believe. '87 was the number that hung there in the air, a life about to go to slumber and drain right out of him there. I got my grade 11 proudly, he told me with a smile, of a school sweetheart spoken loudly, just to hold on for a while. I don't wanna leave, he said, oh, I don't wanna leave. His voice was stumbling in his head with a sorrow you couldn't believe. He pointed to the fishing stage, weathered, white and torn. My father built that, stood on that stage the day that I was born. He left his splitting knife right there, he said, and looked away. It's just too much to have to bear for what is left of today. I got 5 cans of gas he offered, they're waiting in my shed, just in case you need it over the long cold winter ahead. I'll leave the concrete mixer, he went on, I might need it in the spring. He was just trying to hold on to any little thing. I don't wanna leave, he said, oh, I don't wanna leave. His voice was stumbling in his head with a sorrow you couldn't believe. I wish that I was staying here with you and Georgina, and my own heart filled up with fear, 'cause I couldn't say yes, stay here. Feed my birds was his last plea, I fed them many years, and he spoke to them so softly as he held back all his tears. I don't wanna leave, he said, oh, I don't wanna leave. His voice was stumbling in his head with a sorrow you couldn't believe. It's a little room, he said to me, never will it be home. There's no salt air, there is no sea, no good black dirt or loam. They say I'll have a window view of traffic on the street, but what's a man like me to do when he's beat a full retreat? See you in the spring, he said, leaning on his boat. The words got caught inside his head and tangled in his throat. I turned and walked away from him, and when I looked back then, he stood there as the light grew dim. His heart burst open again, his heart burst wide, right open. I don't wanna leave, he said, oh, I don't wanna leave. His voice was stumbling in his head with a sorrow you couldn't believe.